stations, calling all stations. Calling all stations, calling all stations. This is KK4CTV. My name is Charles. I'm going to be the alternate net control station this evening for the Carroll County's ARES Incom net. KI4TLV will be our regular net operator. His name's Lee, and he's going to be on shortly. That normally starts on Thursday night at 8 p.m. local time on the W4FWD repeater, 146.640 megahertz with a negative offset, 131.8 hertz subaudible tone, which is active for the night's net. When checking into this net, say this is, unkey the mic to make sure that you're not doubling with anyone else. And if you don't hear any another station talking, then proceed to give your call sign first phonetically, and then normally, along with your name, your location, if you have any comments, announcements, or traffic for the net. Purpose of this net is to provide training and information as it relates to our emergency communications and providing communications assistance to various local, state, national public service agencies, along with our civilian population in the event of an actual emergency. At this time, I'm going to turn this net over to the regular net operator, KI4QLV. So, Lee, you take it away.
Thanks, Charles. First, I'd like to say, anytime during the net, if anyone has an emergency traffic, key up and say break twice, as in break, break, and the frequency will be turned over to you for the duration of the emergency. Now, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please come now. Hearing none. Is there any routine NTS traffic to be passed at this time? Please come now. Hearing none. Is there any mobile or portable station? Please come now.
This is Kilo Echo 4 Oscar Bravo Echo, KE4OBE. This is Mike. I'm portable in Carrollton. Good evening, Lee and Charles, into the net. Over.
This is Whiskey X-Ray 4 Bravo Kilo. This is November 4 Bravo Whiskey Romeo and 4 BWR Blake and Carrollton.
Recognizing WD8 LQT, Mr. John out of Fairfield, and N4 BWR, Mr. Blake.
Is there any more Alpha November or whiskey stations? Please come now. Okay. Is there any kilo stations? Please come now.
This is Kilo Victor 4, Tango Echo, KV4TE, Jason and Loretta.
This is KV4RN Kilo Bravo 4 Romeo November. My name is Rich. We're located in Douglasville. We're portable. That's it. Back to net control. You big 4 in it. This is. This is Kilo Mike 4 Bravo Yankee Hotel KM4 BYH Wayne in Douglasville. This is Kilo Mike 4 Uniform Charlie Victor KM4 UCD Brian. Jump in here real quick and recognize KV4TE, Brother Jason out of Villa Rica, KV4RN, Brother Rich out of D-Ville, KM4 BYH, Mr. Wayne out of D-Ville, and KM4 UCB, Brother Brian out of PTC. It's good to hear you pop in, Brian. Back to net.
Sorry about that, folks. Is there any more kilo stations? Please come now.
This is KE4NRA Kilo Echo 4 November Indian Alpha. Nick Fairfield. Good evening, everybody on the neck.
I recognize KE4NIA, Mr. Nick out of Fairfield. Hear you tonight, Nick. You got it backed up, Lee?
Yes, sir.
All right, it's back to you, sir.
Let's open it to any prefix. Any stations, any prefix. Please come now.
This is W4YPX Whiskey 4 Yankee Papa X-Ray JR in Rainsville, DeKalb County, Sand Mountain, Alabama. I recognize W4YPX JR out of Rainsville, Alabama. It's good to hear you tonight,
checked in on the net tonight. There will be an email coming on this topic. I just am still in transit back to the house. So we'll give the presentation and the email will follow. I generally try to send the email out close to the same time. In any case, tonight's presentation is about skywarn and storm spotting. We've been talking in previous sessions about the FEMA courses and briefly about the ARRL courses. And while we definitely are interested in seeing local amateur radio operators get involved there, the more immediate and most likely deployment for ARES tends to be storm spotting, especially here in West Georgia, where we get all that exciting weather moving in here out of Alabama. And of course, if we do have hurricanes making landfall in the Gulf, that usually spins off some rather exciting weather for us as well. And in all of those instances, the National Weather Service is very interested in getting input on storm conditions when those nasty storms come through. And of course, not to limit ourselves to just the spring, which we worry about the most, when we do manage to get snow, the National Weather Service is really interested in snow measurements. So in any case, amateur radio has a really unique and exciting relationship with the National Weather Service. And it gives operators with an interest in meteorology to combine those two interests and provide a valuable public service. The National Weather Service sponsors a storm spotting program that's open to all industry folks. Many of you, probably most of you, know about the Skywarn program. But for those that don't, that is what that program is. And we get special consideration as amateur radio operators. The National Weather Service Skywarn program, although it is multifaceted to train a broad range of people, including public safety personnel, amateur radio operators, and citizens at large. Where things get really interesting for amateur radio operators is the National Weather Service maintains amateur radio stations at their centers, usually working in conjunction with repeater owners who link repeaters together, forming a wide area link repeater network for amateur radio operators to report real time to the National Weather Service. In any case, sorry about that, kind of threw myself off there a bit. In Georgia, the National Weather Service Peachtree City office is the center of the action for amateur radio operators who operate equipment there. In conjunction with the Link Repeater Network, we can maintain contact between the National Weather Service and amateur radio operators from across the state. Local groups like Carroll ARES run a local net on the Carrollton repeater, the one here. Unlike the Link Repeater Network, where traffic needs to be kept to an absolute minimum due to the just mass number of repeaters involved, our local net has flexibility to operate in whatever way best serves us, relaying reports to the National Weather Service through the Link Repeater Net, or when they directly check into our repeater. Carroll ARES has developed its own WeatherNet protocol, which you might want to view. It's available at wx4bk.com under Resources, and it's also a resource on the NETS page at wgars.com. Georgia also participates in the Storm Ready program, where counties must meet a variety of criteria, including hosting Skywarn training classes every 2 years. These training programs are usually held late winter and early spring, before the storm season begins. The National Weather Service recommends attending the biannual training class to ensure we're as well prepared for spotting as possible. Somebody else picking up that interference, or is it just me? Charles, are you picking up another station?
Absolutely. You have to sort of eat them out. They drive me crazy.
Am I winning the battle with him, or do I need to turn my power up?
No, you're doing quite well. You just keep on going. You're doing quite well.
Thank you very much. So, online course, which the link will be in the email I will send out to you. You can also check online to see if there's neighboring counties that have Skywarn classes, and I'll also send a link for that as well. But I'll tell you, this late in the year, I would opt to take the online course if you're interested, because I think the National Weather Service is pretty much done with training for this year. There's also a spotter manual available, a useful resource for refreshing your memory and as a reference, and I will send a link to that as well for you to download. In any case, I hope those who have not been involved in storm spotting take an interest in adding storm spotting training to the list of qualifications and participate in our weather nets as conditions necessitate. If NOAA is right, and quite often they are not, we may have a fairly busy year this year with hurricanes spawning some weather activity in our area. So hopefully some of you who haven't taken any training will, and those of you who have may put it to use this spring. With that, I'm going to hand it back over to Lee for late check-ins and to take us to the roundtable.
Is there any late check-ins? Please come now. Hearing none, let's go to WSBK and the roundtable.
Thanks again, Lee. I will make note that if you don't tend to receive the emails from WX4BK for the ARES materials, you can call out during the roundtable, and we can exchange. I can get your email address, add you to the list, or you can email me at wx4bk@wx4bk.com, and I'll add you. Anybody with any questions or comments related to tonight's material or other information for the good of the cause, please call now.
AK4CTV.
Go ahead, Charles.
Okay, for getting filling out the data on what, courses we've had and equipment and everything, getting that updated, do you need copies of the course certificates? I've got them, and I was going to scan them in and just have them ready to shoot across if you need to put them on a digital file. Let me know.
Yeah, I have not followed up on that yet. If you have provided me with those materials in the past, or you provided them to the county EMA office in the past, because there were a few years ago, a bunch got turned into them, I believe. I've got all of those. If you have not provided me with them in the past, or have not provided them to be handed over to the EMA, then at some point I will be asking you for it. If you want to preemptively send it to me, that's great too. So if anyone out there has got certifications and they know that I have not received them from them, by all means forward them along. But if you're not sure, at some point you'll get an email from me asking for confirmation. Hopefully that answers that for you and some other folks, Charles.
Excellent. I will go ahead and scan them in and forward them. I don't know if I've done it or not, but I'm going to go ahead and shoot them in so that you have them on hand just in case. Thank you, sir. Back to Net.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else with questions, comments, or other information for the good of the cause, please call now. Alrighty, Lee. I guess it's time to wrap this up. Thanks to Lee and Charles for calling the net tonight, and thanks to everybody who checked in and joined us this evening. It's WX4BK back to net.
First, is there any late check-in? Please come now. at 8:25. How many check-ins, Charles?
At 14 tonight, Lee.
Thanks, Charles. I want to thank Tim Jones for the use of the repeater. I want to thank each one for your check-ins. And I want to thank Charles Segina for his valuable help. This is Lee, KI4QLV, turning the repeater back to normal amateur use. 7-3, everyone.